It's actually a show of how the system is not reliable. This kind of reminds me of Emmanuel Macron's comments about the New World Order very recently. He has a desire. He wants the New World as soon as yesterday.
We are in a jungle and we have two big elephants trying to become more and more nervous. If they become very nervous and start war, it will be a big problem for the rest of the jungle. You need cooperation of a lot of other animals. Tigers, monkeys, and so on. Are you on the US or the Chinese side? Because now, progressively, a lot of people would like to see there are two orders in this world. This is a huge mistake, even for both the US and China. We need a single global order.
Those comments being put forward, it makes it much more clear for us to understand. They have a desire to build a new world system that's going to be inhabited by the Antichrist with their, remember the building that we were speaking about that they're building in Abu Dhabi, is it Abu Dhabi or whatnot, which is the Abraham building, which is going to house all three religions of the world? Yes, that kind of tells you something. That tells you unreliable. These people have not been reliable when it comes to them holding office in parliament and so forth, and constantly fighting, constantly nagging at each other. Not long ago, we saw some fights coming out of Nigerian parliament. We had the same thing in South Africa at one particular point. These people are not competent. So what is happening in Africa, what is happening around the world, is that these people are holding office. Yeah, I think that statement holds much true, and I kind of understand what it means now. They're just holding office until the landlord comes back. They are holding office until the one who is meant to take it over gets here. So they've set up a system of belief. They have set up new 10 commandments. Very recently we spoke about that. But now they don't only just have that. Now they have a direction politic-wise. I say they need a new system. Already we can see what they are doing with the economy and all kinds of things that are happening. I mean, like in Africa, we've been talking about development, advancing and whatnot. I mean, like when Akon said he had a desire to light up Africa and bring lights back in Africa, you would think that they'll be behind something like that. Oh no, quiet, silence, crickets are going over there. Somebody is up and says, I have investors, people that can come and bring in the technology that can allow us to have lights. Do you think they were interested in that? No. The politics gets involved. Who must get paid? Where must they get paid? What account are you sending it? There is an Azaman, as Nigerians would actually put it. An Azaman is kind of like the guy that collects the money before you understand. So is Africa in a state of politics reliable? You've heard previously when previous presidents desired just about the same thing.
I think, my mother had an expression, out of everything terrible, something good will come if you look hard enough for it. I think this presents us with some significant opportunities to make some real changes. We are at an inflection point, I believe, in the world economy. Not just the world economy, in the world. It occurs every 3 or 4 generations. Since then, we established a liberal world order, and that hadn't happened in a long while. A lot of people dying, but nowhere near the chaos. And now is a time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. We've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it.
So right there you have an example of another president speaking about his desire to have the New World Order. So this New World Order that they're speaking about, what is it? It is an order that is handled by the landlord. The landlord is the Antichrist. They are waiting for him. They need him. That is who they are waiting for. Even the Pope is tired now. You remember the other one here to resign. The Pope is also tired. He's waiting for the false prophet. And the Bible talks about the Antichrist and the false prophet. They are there together, hand in hand. The religious aspect and the politics aspect. And so, as you see, that the Pope is tired also. He's constantly sitting down. He can't take it anymore. The same way you see the Sudan president couldn't take it. He was tired of standing. Yeah, so the Pope is tired. He's constantly sitting down because you guys, you don't want to finish talking. He has to sit down. he's constantly reminded, hey, I'm just a landlord. The real person of this office is coming, which is the false prophet that they are waiting for. And we are very much clear that that same false prophet, when they say peace, peace, then sudden destruction, the Bible actually says in Thessalonians. The Pope can't even stand it. He's waiting for the false prophet. He's like, can you get here already? Now, we do know that he's waiting because the Pope is a Jesuit. The Jesuit order has been advocating for anything destruction of religion and trying to bring up that system of Antichrist. So it is not a new thing. Do these people care about things? No, they don't care about their people. You know, that's the one thing that I will agree with Michael Jackson on. They don't really care about things. The system that people see right now, I don't know how people are able to live through this system in unbelief. I don't know. Because personally, I couldn't deal with this kind of a system with unbelief. Because this system that we see here, it shows you there is the real landlord. They are waiting for that landlord. The system that these people are relying on, the system that unbelievers are relying on. Yeah, they're relying that we're going to get better jobs. Oh, we're going to get better politics. We're going to get better activism, better laws into the system, better justice system. You're waiting for another thing. What you're waiting for is the landlord. Because remember, what is the promise that the landlord gives? Peace. And Thessalonians then says, when they say peace, then sudden destruction. When you think the law system, the justice system is in a better place, that's exactly when the destruction strikes. When you think the employment system is better, not 30% unemployment in South Africa over the last couple of years, just ramping up through the roof. No, it's not just that. It's that you are waiting. Your hopes are set on the system that the Antichrist is going to build. So in closing, it just kind of reminded me, the things that people are hoping to see better, it's actually the things that the Antichrist wants to answer. Whether it be sustainable development, better jobs, better justice system, better health, whatnot, all these things. Yeah, all this system that you're talking about is the system that the Antichrist will bank on in order for him to establish himself. He will seem like the perfect person to have answers for all these things. Your politics doesn't seem to have answers for all these things. With all the failures that the system has, it sets us up for the Antichrist. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts are on that one. Yeah, don't worry. Victoria has already fallen. Don't even comment on that one. Victoria has already fallen. The system is not reliable to lead us towards good. The system is actually, which is why personally, not a politician, not even interested. Why? Because the system cannot carry these problems. The system currently as it runs, it's a landlord, and it only waits for people that are going to hold office until the one who is assigned for those offices to come in. I find it very fascinating that the Bible actually talks about his period of running being 3.5 years. And guess what? The world has already set itself up, because how long does the president's time in office run? For 4 years. Sounds very interesting. Once you think of that, the Bible already was pointing to it, or was kind of pointing to a political figure that runs literally for about the same period. The system is unreliable.